Hi, I'm Frank Besedniak, and thank you for watching this program titled Managing the Customer Journey. I encourage you to go to YouTube and watch some of the other videos I've produced. You can do this very easily by just going to youtube.com and typing in my name in the search box. Let's begin by discussing some very simple objectives in business that most everyone will agree with. First, you need to have customers. You need to make a profit from these customers. You need to keep these customers, and you want to keep getting more customers. Basically, everything you do in business revolves around the ideas of getting the customer to do something. In order to get the customer to do something you want them to do, like give you money, it's important to set up systems and processes within your business that enhance the customer's experiences so that they see a value in it and have no problem paying you. Plus, you want them to tell other people about you and how great you are. Last year, I attended the International Nightclub and Bar Show in Las Vegas. I try to make it a habit to attend conferences and trade shows in various industries just to get me some new ideas and maybe learn a few things too. I found that if I take the time to see what other businesses are doing, I might pick up some tips that may also benefit the service contracting industry. While at the Nightclub and Bar Show, I found a great emphasis on the customer experience. Everything discussed in regard to managing a bar, restaurant, or nightclub when it came to the customer and providing value-added services could easily apply to any business. I have to say these workshops could have been presented at any contracting business convention. Same challenges, same issues, same solutions. The one thing that stood out and was very clear to me was that no matter what type of business you may be in, understanding and controlling every aspect of the customer journey is essential to success. There could be any point in time where a business could either add value to or detract from the overall level of experience during that journey. Whether you own a bar, restaurant, hotel, gas station, plumbing, or HVAC contracting business, the level of value the client perceives will be based on the journey you take them on. Since this journey is so important to the success of your business, I've decided to produce several videos that specifically deal with each segment of the journey and how to best manage it to increase your odds of success. For example, let's look at a typical contracting business. The client journey begins with them having a need or problem that needs to be resolved. Based on the negative impact of the need or problem, this client will already have a predetermined level of priority. The part of the journey that involves the contractor will begin when the customer has determined that they are willing to spend money to resolve a problem that they are unable to handle themselves and need outside assistance, and it may be so unbearable that whoever they contact first will be the one who gets the job. Studies have shown that about 70% of people decide to spend money because it will resolve a problem. The other 30% will spend the money to either gain something or improve something. Now that they have made a decision to spend money, the hunt begins. They may see your website on an internet search, have a business card, or possibly read a flyer or ad. Based on what they see at the time will determine whether you meet their specific needs enough to warrant a contact with your company. So let's say they do call or email you. Once the initial contact is made, the customer will have a sense of the type of value you offer. For example, if a client hears a recording that does not sound professional or does not make any commitment that seems to fulfill the need they have, the potential client will immediately set a predetermined level of value to your services. In some cases, your level of value may be so low that when they hear the recording, the potential client may just hang up and call someone else. This is one reason why I always recommend that contractors have real people who have a scripted and practiced response answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't believe that people will always leave a message hoping for the best. They rarely do. The phone is the front door of your business. Don't annoy people with an unprofessional, lack of concern attitude. To me, if I call a business and hear a recording to just leave a message and we'll call you back, I automatically assume that the business does not consider me as a priority. I do expect the people on the other side of the phone to be thrilled that I, a potential client, picked your business out of all the possible places to call as the one I want to do business with. So don't screw this up. The biggest obstacle has already been passed. You got me to call you. Be thrilled and excited that I want to give you my money. If you can't have a staff of your own people do this, pay someone to do it. A great answering service may put you back $100 to $200 a month, but think about it. All you need is one new client to pay for it. Ever hear a client tell you, never mind, we found someone else, once you call them back? This happened because they found someone else who had real people answer their phone. The phone could either kill you or save your business. Don't take that part of the journey for granted. Your business may be blowing dozens of opportunities every week simply because no one was available to answer your phone. So now let's discuss the act of scheduling and showing up, a very critical part of the client journey. Many service contractors give their customers a time span of the expected arrival of the technician or comfort specialist. For example, you would tell your customer that you will arrive sometime between noon and, let's say, 4 p.m. In your mind, this means arrival could be any time between noon and as late as 3:59 p.m. To some customers, no matter how you say it, this means to them you'll be done and gone by 4. That's why you start getting phone calls from them around 3 p.m. asking why no one is there. You have to also keep in mind that once the time span begins, that is noon in this case, the customer begins actively waiting. Actively waiting takes energy and brain power away from things that could use their attention. In the mind of some people, this is almost like work. So think about this. A customer may be waiting your arrival actively, actually devoting brain resources to an event that may or may not transpire during the allotted time. If for some unforeseen reason the representative doesn't show up or shows up late, this customer now believes you owe them since they have actually devoted time and resources to something of no value. This lack of attention to their needs will now diminish your value since you owe them for their time now, and yes, price will now become an issue, no matter what you say or how low it is. So Frank, you ask, what is the solution? First, be aware that the customer is actively waiting. This is kind of like going to a restaurant and they tell you the wait time is 30 minutes, yet you start consciously listening for your name a few minutes after they told you that, and the closer you get to the 30-minute mark, the more actively waiting you become. Once you hit the 30-minute mark, you walk over and attempt to find out what the problem is, because you have now devoted time and resources to something of no value up until this point. If the wait time continues, you will now expect an increased level of service and better value than you originally expected because you feel you need to be compensated in some way for the additional time you spent waiting. Your customers don't feel much different when they have to wait for you. When I was a service manager, I made a requirement that as soon as we knew an approximate time of arrival, someone calls the customer. I know some companies have a policy to not give technicians more than one call at a time because some expert at one time said that giving a tech more than one call will overwhelm them and they won't be able to function or focus on that one customer. I disagree, and I don't understand that logic. I believe if you have a pretty good idea as to who will get what customer, let them schedule themselves and allow them the opportunity to contact the customers and communicate an approximate arrival time. I managed one of the largest service companies in the world, and we had one of the highest customer satisfaction rates in the country, along with the highest profitability per technician. Trust your team to do the right thing. I think you will find they will. If not, they either need training or a new career. In conclusion, avoid doing things or using practices that diminish your value. Every aspect of the journey will either contribute to or take away from the value of the experience encountered. Limit errors and diminish mistakes by setting up systems and processes that increase your worth to the customer by creating that great experience. In my next video, I will discuss the next part of the client's journey, the visit and presentation, on how important it is to plan the anticipated reaction of your clients so that the visit becomes a success for everyone. Before I leave you, I want to tell you about an easy and exciting system we have that allows you to measure the customer's experience quickly, easily, and efficiently with minimal effort on your part. Our Customer Care Plus program provides you in-depth information using the voice of the customer to help you guide the customer journey so that you improve the value and experiences your customers have. For as low as a minimal investment of $99 a month, we can have you set up with an online customer experience monitoring system, which will allow your customers the opportunity to give you instantaneous feedback for what happened today. There is no better information than the voice of the customer to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. If you have any questions, comments, or have any interest in our Customer Care Plus system, please call me at 888-538-5383 or email me at frankpresents@gmail.com. Thanks so much for spending this time with me today, and have a wonderful year.